Good morning, class. Before we start our class today, may have I stand up everyone and Anna lead the prayer. Kumusta mga bata? Before we proceed to our new lesson topic, may I ask Daylan, what is your remember to our last topic? Okay, that's great. Before we proceed on the lesson, may I ask to everyone, do you know what is our national flower is? What other flowers do you know? So the lesson for today is non-flowering plants. So there are two main groups of non-flowering plants. I prepare some video that you can learn about this.
Do you know the features of flowering plants? Flowering plants have colorful petals. They produce seeds and attract pollinators because they contain pollen and nectar. Some examples of flowering plants are roses, sunflowers and lilies. I know a lot about non-flowerhood plants. Non-flowering plants are evergreen. They produce spores. Some examples are pine, conifers and pothos. But what do they both have in common? Both flowering plants and non-flowering plants have roots, stems and leaves. Now, I'm sure you can differentiate between flowering plants and non-flowerhood plants. Yes, I think I can. Take care and stay safe. Bye.
Non-flowering plants do not produce seeds, fruits, and flowers. They usually reproduce through spores. They include the cryptogams and the gymnosperms. Here are some examples of non-flowering plants: moises, liverworts, hornworts, lycophytes, and ferns. There are two main groups of non-flowering plants. First is plants that use spores to reproduce, and the second one is plants that use seeds to reproduce. Okay, class, I give you an activity. Here are the procedure of the activity. Letter A, carefully remove the petals of flowers that you provided. Letter B, open the flowers and try to identify the parts. Letter C, draw the respectively parts of flowers on a piece of paper. For the materials is gumamela flower or other flower that you can find in your home and magnifying lens. The pattern on your activity is here. Name of plants, anther, filament, stigma, style, ovary, and petal. Okay, that's great. So class, another activity that I give you. I arrange into 3 groups and I give pictures of different plants. So class, according to the features that I give you, you can share your own knowledge and share the important things that you learn in those pictures. And you can answer the 2 questions about the activity. How are plants different from one another? Why do you think they have a different features? So class, I have another activity which is comparison and abstraction. Direction. Write the main characteristics of the 2 groups on board and fill it by the students' read response. I have 3 columns and 5 rows here. First column is characteristic. Second column is flowering plants, and the third column is non-flowering plants. On the characteristic, they have a produce flower, fruits, seeds, leaves, and example. Okay, class, I have a question to you. Rans, discuss the difference between the 2 major of plants. And Anna, on what other activities of flowering and non-flowering plants used at home? Class, I have an assignment that you can do in your home and with your parents. Number 1, you go to nature walk in the surroundings with your parents and collect samples of from the non-flowering plants and flowering plants. Letter B, student may be asked collect 5 to 7 pictures or real specimen of flowering and non-flowering plants and paste them into your paper.